Westford voters head to the polls for local elections, Westford runners take to the streets, and 2 Westford women open a thrift shop to help give back to the community. From Nadnasset to Parker Village, it's time for WestfordCAT News. Our top story this week: after 2 years of anticipation, Westford has a new supermarket option. Whole Foods opened its doors on May 4th with its traditional bread-breaking ceremony and other events throughout the day. The 43,000 square foot store is situated in Westford Valley Marketplace at the former location of Market Basket. However, the facility has undergone a significant transformation over the past few months. Even Lieutenant Governor Karen Polito was on hand to celebrate the store's opening. Representatives of the grocery chain were on hand and expressed their enthusiasm about the community's excitement for the 31st Whole Foods location in Massachusetts.
So we have a full design team that comes in and designs the store. And then we definitely have had support from all stores in the North Atlantic region. People come in, all different team leaders, coordinators, just to put the final touches on the store, build out the different displays, and make it, really wow for the Westford community. We have 165 to 170 full and part-time positions that we've created in our store. Positions are still open. If you'd like to apply, you can apply online, wholefoodsmarket.com/careers. And we are very proud to say that out of those that we've hired, almost 100 of those are Westford locals, Westford and the surrounding communities. So we love having locals working in our store. It's really a great partnership.
Store hours are 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. 7 days a week. WestfordCAT was on hand at a behind-the-scenes tour of the store for the Westford Business Association prior to opening day. For more on that, here's a sneak peek. You can go to westfordcatnews.org/Whole Foods behind the scenes. A new architectural firm is needed for the proposed Boston Road Fire Station, and 3 finalists now remain to vie for the honor. The Permanent Town Building Committee has whittled the field down to Donovan Sweeney, Kessel Booz, and the Galante Architecture Studio. All 3 firms have offices in New England, and all 3 firms have designed fire stations and public safety facilities across Massachusetts. The new firm is needed after Dorr and Whittier was sacked by the Board of Selectmen. That decision came after Dorr and Whittier's inability to bring planned costs for the project within budget without sacrificing key parts of the project, such as a new training room and 4 engine bays. A new firm is expected to be chosen by May 9th. Spring means planting new gardens. At the Crisafulli School, that's just what happened recently. WestfordCAT was on hand. Let's take a look.
Fresh Start Food Gardens and Lowell General Hospital's Circle Health are behind a new garden at the Crisafulli School. Will Courtney explains.
We're here today because we've sponsored this garden program, but this is really about these kids and this Fresh Start Food Gardens program. They're here to teach these kids all about planting, about science, about patience, about watching things grow, and so we've sponsored 2 of these 3 garden beds, and interestingly, the first one was bought by the school well before this even started. This idea started, this is part of the culture here. They compost in the cafeteria. They grew a butterfly garden with the compost. And so this all fits with what they try to do here at Crisafulli. At Circle Health, what we wanted to do is come out, sponsor this project because part of our idea and what we want to do is keep people healthy. Part of the new model of healthcare is to get out and make sure people are healthy before they get to the hospital. We don't want them showing up to the emergency room. We want them to eat healthy food, get exercise, come for their annual physical, so they don't need to come visit us in the hospital for more serious things. So this is just one example of that, where these kids are going to, from the age 6 and 7 up to age 11 here, are going to be watching these things grow, going to learn about eating healthy foods, about how to do it themselves, and then also about hard work and what it takes to do something like this. So something we're very proud to be a part of. The Fresh Start Food Gardens is located right here in Westford with 2 Westford moms, so we couldn't think of a better project to invest in. We can't wait to see what comes out of it.
Those plants look great. And speaking of plants, here's Rekha Sharma with information on her latest natural remedy.
Hello everyone, I'm Rekha Sharma back with a new health tip for WestfordCAT News. Today I'm going to talk about mushroom. Mushrooms are rich in antioxidants and minerals. They are a rich source of vitamin D and B. It is also low in sodium and cholesterol. Mushroom intake may improve sleep because of the presence of choline in it. It also helps to improve insulin resistance and bad cholesterol as it has beta-glucan fiber in it. It lowers the risk of obesity and it is a natural immunity booster. So add some mushroom in your diet to get the benefits. Bye for now.
The school year is winding down, but there's still plenty going on in Westford's public schools. Here is Superintendent Bill Olson for an update.
Hi, this is Superintendent of Schools Bill Olson with another school system update. This taping is taking place in late April. It's been a very fast school year, but a very good school year. And I want to thank all of you for all of the help that you have provided to us and our staff in sending us wonderful children and the participation that you have been involved with in terms of classroom monitoring, teacher assistant work occasionally, substitute teaching some of you have accomplished, and participation in school field trips. I want to thank all of our staff and administrators at the primary school level and all of you, the parents, who have been involved in the kindergarten-related lotteries. I know it was a stressful time for everyone, but the lotteries were run smoothly. They were run with great integrity. Some parents did visit, in fact, while the lotteries were being conducted, and found that they were very honest and very open in the selection of names of students for participation in full-day kindergarten, and the integrated kindergarten program, and also extended day program. Some of our staff ran fully or partially in the Boston Marathon recently. I want to congratulate Abbott and Nabnasset Assistant Principal Scott Middlemas for running the marathon. He was assisted on Heartbreak Hill by Robinson School Principal Kevin Lacoste. Kevin was there with his family observing the marathon and walked up Heartbreak Hill part of the way with Scott Middlemas. So the teamwork not only exists within the school system, but outside of the school system among our staff also. The Abbott School recently held a production, a Return to Oz, in which over 100 students participated in the production. And we want to congratulate that effort. The programs and the productions were sold out in every performance. I want to thank Representative Jim Masiero, Senator Eileen Donahue, and our Assistant Superintendent, Dr. Kerry Cleary, for their involvement in the recent Grade 4 Abbott Immigration Day. It's always very nice to have them involved, and we know it's a very busy time for them in the budget season in the State House, so it's very much appreciated that they stopped by and participated and talked with our 4th grade students. This is a time of year also where the raised bed gardens are being planted and attended to by our students and staff. Those were gardens that were obtained through a grant with Lowell General Hospital and with the help of our K-5 Science and Social Studies Coordinator, Elaine Santelman. We are planning the Summer Institute at the present time. This is a 2-day series of meetings that I conduct with all of our administrators. That will be August 8th, 17th, and 18th this year. We have a very full agenda focusing on a number of very important strategic issues that we need to address in our school system in the future. And I want to remind everyone that open enrollment begins May 2nd, this year. It'll be May 2nd this year, and will continue through June 30th. This is a program where you as a parent may have the opportunity to enroll your child in a school in Westford other than where you reside. That is on a space available basis. So if you have any questions, there's information on our school department website, and we look forward to answering any questions you may have if you wish to call us. It's been a great year so far, and I'll have a few more updates for you. This is Bill Olson. I appreciate all your support. Thank you.
Westford voters went to the polls, and I did too, and they had choices to make for the Board of Selectmen and the Board of Health. Here's Patty Stocker with more on the story.
Incumbents Andrea Perriner-Sweet and Scott Hazelton were easily re-elected to the Westford Board of Selectmen in a day that saw only 9.5% of voters turn out at the polls. Hazelton was first elected in 2013, and there wasn't too much difference this time around, even though that election drew regional attention after former Selectman Bob Jeffries' comments regarding firearms.
You still run the same campaign, to me, remember 3 years ago I was a challenger, and this time I'm an incumbent. So the biggest difference really is you're talking about your record for the past 3 years as opposed to your plans for the next 3. So that's the biggest difference.
Perriner Sweet was first elected to the board in 2010 after more than a decade on the planning board. Both Perriner Sweet and Hazelton hope they can obtain more feedback from the community as the selectmen tackle a variety of difficult projects. Challenger Tony Martinez grabbed 473 votes, 626 votes fewer than Perriner Sweet, and 750 fewer votes than Hazelton. In the other contested race of the day, Sue Hanley and Stephanie Granger defeated Anastasia O'Malley to see who would fill 2 3-year terms on the Board of Health. For WestfordCAT, I'm Patty Stalker.
For more on Election Day, head to westfordcatnews.org/2016 Local Election Day. In the last meeting before Election Day, the Board of Selectmen took on a variety of topics, most notably a pair of items relating to North Main Street. After months of work, the 12 North Main Street Task Force concluded its initial recommendation on what to do with the former mill at the edge of Graniteville. Among 5 possible choices, Task Force Chairwoman Jane Hughes told the selectmen that her group believes a mixed-use development would be the best route for 12 North Main Street, formerly known as Westford Anodizing. The selectmen unanimously approved just over $100,000 for asbestos abatement and selective demolition on the property, but required more information before making a final decision. That meeting also provided a presentation on Graniteville Quarry's desire to fill part of its facility no longer in use. Approximately 5 million cubic feet of fill will be needed for that plan, which would increase public safety near steep rock walls and allow non-quarrying activities to occur once again on those parts of the property. However, the selectmen voiced concerns about what might be in the fill coming into the site, as well as truck traffic bringing the fill onto the site. No decision was made. Additional hearings are expected. The selectmen also heard about 5 potential plans for the Road and Bush Community Center renovation, but made no decision there either. Instead, the issue was moved to the upcoming town-wide strategic planning retreat to garner more feedback from the public. WestfordCAT's got new neighbors, but who are they? Patty Stalker has more.
As of March, there's a new nonprofit community thrift store here in Westford called the Marys. It actually began 3 years ago as an online venture when co-owner Wendy Turcotte and her husband started selling items on eBay and donating a part of the proceeds to charity. WestfordCAT stopped by the Marys to find out just how Turcotte and new co-owner Cara Valcourt made the move from an internet company to their current location on Groton Road.
Last summer, my sister Cara and I decided, we needed a change. We wanted to be passionate about what we did. So we decided to take what was in my house and make it a storefront and take in donations and then take it further and give back the money locally. Cara lives in Westford and her husband is a firefighter here in town. So we knew we wanted to stay local. And we thought Westford needed it. I mean, there's a large community here that we'll be able to donate, and the more money that we make, the more money goes out. So I really think Westford was the right place for it. And we liked Route 40. We thought this was a good location too because, again, we're community based. So we are in Westford, but we want to, we're reaching out to Lowell and Chelmsford and Tingsboro. So when we start donating the money, it's going to be, through Merrimack Valley, not just Westford. We wanted to make sure we were kind of like in a corner where we could reach several towns.
Turcotte stressed that the Marys is not your average thrift store.
What I think is different about us is that we do have the eBay aspect. So the trend now with thrift stores is, going online shopping. There's a couple of them. There's ThredUp and there's a few more. So I think where the competitors locally, I think that's where we're I think a step ahead. So as the overflow comes in, we have multiple ways to sell. We can reach our local audience, but we can also reach millions of people on eBay and selling that way too. So I think that makes us a little different. Our dream was to not have a smelly, stinky thrift shop. We wanted to make sure everything was clean and that we took care of everything, make sure nothing was broken. And we just wanted to take it a step further to make it a nice experience, that it smelled good when you walked in, the clothes were clean when you came in, but still you'll find some good deals. I love thrift shops. So I'm a yard sailor, I'm a thrift store shopper. So wherever I am, if I find a thrift store, I'll wander through. You never know what you'll find.
Since neither sister is named Mary, Turcotte did explain how this donations-only thrift store got its name.
Our grandmother, her name was Mary, Mary DeVincentis. She was from Westford. She was, their house was in Parker Village. And then the other reason is in our 20s, my sister Kara, who is the other owner, people called us the Marys. It was myself and a few of our friends, and it grew as people got to know us. There was a whole group of the Marys. So, and now if you shop here, you're a Mary too, I guess.
The sisters want to give back to the community they grew up in and list several charities, organizations, and programs they plan on donating to.
To both police and fire, both those associations, the senior center. I was a single mom in Westford. I just recently got married about 5 years ago. So as a single parent, I actually would like to establish a couple of scholarships at the schools for some of the kids that can't afford those senior class trips or to be able to go to Europe for a year. So, I mean, not for a year, for a week during spring breaks. I would really like to set up scholarships for, once a year to send a couple of kids. As a mother, it was hard to do those things when I was here in town. So I just think it would be good for some of the kids that can't afford it. I would like to see this just get bigger and bigger. I really think this is going to be a community place. Like, we have our local community spotlights. We have a young girl who's making candles in town, and she makes soaps. So we have that as your first walk in, and I'd like to change that up every couple of months, offer that up to local artisans or other people in town that are starting small businesses. Come in and put your stuff here and let everybody see it. We really just want to be part of Westford. We want people to embrace us, we want to grow, and we want to just continue to give back as much money as possible. That's really where I can't wait to start writing checks. That's exactly how I feel. It gives me goosebumps.
The Marys is located at 487 Groton Road, Route 40 in Westford, and is open Tuesday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., and Saturdays from 9 to 5. Donations are appreciated and accepted during regular business hours. Find them on Facebook at the Marys Community Thrift Store. For WestfordCAT, I'm Patty Stalker.
And here's Westford Academy's own Joe Seppi with the weather.
Hello, Westford. This is Joe Seppi with the weather for this week. On Saturday, mostly cloudy with possible showers. High of 63 and low of 47. On Sunday, mostly cloudy with a chance of a thunderstorm. High of 64 and low of 42. On Monday, a blatant sunshine. High of 68 and low of 42. On Tuesday, partly sunny and warmer. High of 75 and low of 44. On Wednesday, mostly sunny and very warm. High of 80 and low of 48. On Thursday, a couple of showers possible. High of 76 and low of 50. On Friday, a couple of showers possible. High of 69 and low of 49. And that was the weather for the rest of this week, and go out and soak up the sunshine. Have a great week, everyone.
32 Westford residents participated in this year's Boston Marathon, with 26 finishing the race. The best time belonged to Brian Widman, who finished 654th place overall. Just missed it by this much, with a time of 2 hours, 52 minutes, and 23 seconds. On the women's side, the best Westford finish belonged to Jill Trotter, who was the 462nd woman to cross the finish line. Congratulations to everyone who participated. There was also a race run closer to home as hundreds of runners braved the rain in the 17th annual Westford Road Race. Westford resident Ruben Sanka won the 10K event with a time of 31 minutes and 35.7 seconds. In the 5K race, Westford's Alex McGrath won with a time of 15 minutes and 32.4 seconds.
Feel good. It was a good run. I knew the course was downhill at the beginning and uphill at the end, so I just wanted to go out hard and just maintain momentum. I was able to do that. Felt pretty good.
Overall, event organizers estimated approximately 700 to 800 people in attendance, either as participants, volunteers, or spectators this year, down from just over 1,000 in the previous year's event.
Hi, I'm Jody Ross, Westford's town manager, here to give you an update. Our strategic planning retreat is coming up soon on June 16th at Kimball Farm from 5:30 to 8:30. We're holding our 6th annual retreat. Last year we had almost 200 people join us. It's a night of a lot of information that we share with the residents, but mostly it's where we hear from you on how we're doing and on your feelings about the topics. So if you do attend, some of the things you'll expect to hear about this year include an update on the new center fire station. As you have probably read, we did terminate the contract with our designer because the project was over budget, and now we're about to award to a new contractor, a new designer to complete the project. Also, a very important topic is renovation of the Road and Bush building, the historic Road and Bush building that is a beautiful gem for our town, is in the need of significant renovations. So that will be discussed that night and questions will be answered. We also have the library expansion project that has been talked about, and that's probably not going to occur for a couple of years, but it's your opportunity to listen to what the plans are for the expansion and also give your input. We have a recreation facility need, and we have gone out with an RFP for a lease. We are now looking at possibly buying modulars or leasing space for that department. And there is discussion of their master plan. What does the town want in the future? Are they happy with the services we provide now, or are you looking for more services? Another topic will be, what are we going to do with the old fire station site? We have to tear down the building, and what are we going to put there? Meeting rooms have been talked about, moving technology into the space, but do we have other needs? So that will be interesting. A lot of the side exhibits that we include are not true presentations, but they're exhibits on topics that may interest you. So this year we're going to be talking about elderly and veterans affairs and housing, open space, the recreation open space. Pedestrian Safety Committee has just recommended a complete street program, which is part of our new Healthy Community Committee. And so that's going to be something that you can learn about. Economic development is still very active in the town, and our committee will be having a booth. The Disability Affairs Commission, what have they been up to since they were formed just over a year ago? And 12 North Main Street, another huge project the town has, which is the abandoned anodized mill. And so what are we going to do? We're trying to go out with a public-private partnership or a purely private partnership to do something with that building. The committee is recommending at this point a mixed use, commercial and residential. So all those topics will be discussed. Again, June 16th, Kimball Farm. We do feed you dinner and ice cream, and it is free for residents. We encourage you to be there, and more information will be available on our website. So thank you very much. Jody Ross signing off.
What's coming up around town? Carol Bousquet has the answer. Here she is with some things for your calendar.
Have you ever wondered why town meeting is held on a Saturday? Really, is there something special about Saturday? The League of Women Voters has an answer, and they'll explain this and more about local government on Tuesday, May 10th in an event entitled How Westford Works. The event takes place from 7:30 to 9 p.m. at 39 Main Street. What is Islam, and what do Muslims believe in? You can find out firsthand from your neighbors in an event at the J.V. Fletcher Library on Thursday, May 19 at 7 p.m. The program, Meet Your Muslim Neighbors, provides an opportunity to separate fact from fiction in a friendly atmosphere. It's open to all ages, and light refreshments will be served. The Cameron Senior Center is teaming up with Emerson Hospital, the Westford Rotary Club, and Cook Oil to honor everyone in Westford born before 1917. On Tuesday, May 24th, they'll be holding their annual Gay 90s celebration, which honors all Westford residents over the age of 90. It'll take place from 11:30 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. and cost $10 or $7 for Friends of the Senior Center. And last but not least, the Westford Family Fun Fest and the Westford Business Association will be kicking off the summer at Kimball Farm on Saturday, June 11, with an event for all ages at Kimball Farm. Karate demonstrations, music, games, and more will be on hand, with most activities free for all. The event will run from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. For more information, head to westford.org/funfest. Back to you, Ira.
And that's it for this edition. We'll leave you with scenes from Volunteer Appreciation Day at the Cameron Senior Center. From all of us at WestfordCAT, thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.